Yeah, and Ethereum was up 50% in 7 days. We saw
more than Bitcoin.
A bunch of things coming back, which was pretty impressive. If you had to call a quarter for the Bitcoin high, I'm sorry to do this to you, but I have to do this, Kyle. And if you had to call a level plus or minus 20%, what would it be?
This is so hard because I ask the same question to so many people that I find intelligent, and I think that they're, have more experience in the traditional financial world and markets and things like that. And so I often get, subconsciously influenced by the things that they've said before. For me, I've always believed in fundamentally trying to assess a situation. And Bitcoin's fundamental situation right now is there's very low emissions every single day. And more every single day, people come into Bitcoin with a mindset like Michael Saylor. They're saying, okay, like we are now going to allocate some percentage of our assets under management into this new digital gold that now has regulatory clarity and now has global recognition as a store of value. It has outperformed gold on the time frame, a long-term time frame, by far, outperformed every other asset since its existence so far. And it will continue to do so, I think, for a very long time until it finds its stabilization point, which I don't know what that will be. Probably in the tune of somewhere between $10 and $15 million in 10 years from now or something. I think we're going to see. This is why I also think that potentially why we're seeing a bit of a different cycle right now is because we might be seeing a super cycle. And what that essentially means is it's a cycle that performs differently than expected given traditional market cycles. So what you would normally see is diminishing returns, right? Bitcoin's first bull run, crazy. I don't remember the percentage. The second bull run, it was almost just as crazy, but not quite. The third one, less crazy. And then the one after that, less crazy, right? And now we're coming into a new one where people would expect that if Bitcoin went before from all-time high of 20,000 to 69,000, okay, now you're at like a 3.5x, right? And then the prior ones were 10, 20, 30, 100x. So someone would say, okay, well, I expect that now we're going to do 1.5, 2x because law of diminishing returns, and just it takes a lot more capital to move the price of Bitcoin than it used to. So people would say that, okay, well, this cycle, it makes sense that we top out at $125,000 to $175,000 or something, right? That's people who are going to be looking at charts, which blows my mind because...
Investment Club. Today, I consider it the best investment that I've ever made. We get 4 projects presented a week by their associated CEOs. Personally, I'm completely blown away by the quality of these projects, and I know of nowhere else where I would be given this same opportunity. Each week that passes, I feel more appreciative of the fact that I'm a member of this group. The vibe was just tremendous. Everybody's on the same wavelength. We just clicked. Everybody listened to each other, enjoyed their company. It was just magical, magical. Take action. Don't take my word for it. Due diligence you need to do. And I really hope that someday down the road I see you in the club. It far exceeded expectations, without question.
A lot of people just don't seem to look at fundamentals. And when you look at the amount of Bitcoin that's being bought up every single day versus the available supply and the newly emitted Bitcoin that are being created every single day, I mean, we're talking about 10, 20, 30, 40 times the amount of Bitcoin that are being mined every day being bought up just by those people who we know publicly are doing it, right? That doesn't even include ultra high net worth individuals, family offices, governments that want to do it quietly behind the door before they announce it publicly. Who knows what's going on, right? And back to Bitcoin Vegas, I'm kind of making a guess here, but I think that maybe there's going to be some sort of announcement of the first move of doing something that falls within the executive order for the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve, where they can make purchases of Bitcoin using budget neutral strategies that doesn't cost the taxpayer any money. But we found budget neutral strategies to do that already. The question is that going to be announced at Bitcoin Vegas or not? And even if it doesn't, which maybe it does, but the second that actually happens, that the US is buying Bitcoin and adding to the reserve, because it's one thing to establish the Bitcoin reserve, but when all you do is don't sell the tokens you already have, okay, like they obviously learned the lessons. Germany sold those Bitcoin last year, whatever. It cost them tens of billions, whatever, billions of dollars, a dumb move. Let's not be dumb. Let's keep the Bitcoin we have. Fine. But we haven't yet seen an action where we start acquiring, right? And maybe that's because they're carefully, strategically acquiring. And if you listen to Bo, he says our objective is to acquire as much as possible, right? And people might write that off as, well, Bo's not Trump, but he's working directly with him. He is the crypto guy. I mean, he's actually like just as important as David Sachs when it comes into it. In fact, David Sachs is just an advisor. Bo is actually on the crypto council at the White House. So, so when we start seeing this acquisition of Bitcoin, first through the executive order, but then if we see something like Senator Lummis's bill pass, where we start to acquire 200,000 a year for the next 5 years, I can't imagine a world. And I think that bill will get passed this year at some point. And I think that will make the first acquisition through the executive order this year as well. I can't imagine in anyone's sane world where at that point, everyone doesn't start trying to front run the United States to come in. And I mean, I'm talking other countries. I'm talking Middle East, high net worth, and everybody. If you know the United States is going to programmatically bid on Bitcoin for the foreseeable future, why are you not buying Bitcoin? Right? Like that would be the most irresponsible fiscal thing that you can do as someone who manages money, as an individual, whatever. If you're not buying Bitcoin, when that starts to happen, you need to seriously reconsider what you're doing with your financial life.
Hey, I know investing in crypto is scary. It takes a real leap of faith because there are so many scams, rug pulls, and bad actors out there. It's a dangerous business, which is why 95% of people lose all their money. Well, that's why I created the London Real Investment Club, so you can access the hottest deals on the planet and use the crypto bull market to create the generational wealth that you deserve. Join my team of over 100 people from around the world that are making millions of dollars behind the scenes investing in blockchain, AI, Web3 games, DeFi, Bitcoin, and more. Don't miss out. Click the link below to book a call with one of my team now. But hurry, this bull market will end soon.
I know investing in crypto can be scary. That's why you gotta join the investment club. Pull the trigger. Let's do this.